Hello, honey buns of all genders. Welcome to Monsterhearts Mondays. This is episode 17, The Darkest Night. Woo! It's a very serious opening for a very serious episode. It's such a serious time. It's the darkest night. That sounded very. That was Batman if he couldn't breathe.
Dark Wolf.
Darkest Wolf. Oh,
Darkest
that
Wolf.
would have been a good name for the episode.
Dang it.
Next time.
Listen, fix it in the YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube
we'll
box.
fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
post.
Fix it in post. Side note, my 13-month streak for subscribing. Go Gehenna.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
It was my 12-month.
Oh, Rob, look
12
at
months
that
as well.
Nice.
I've been subscribed
Stephanie.
for 14 months. Aha.
Aha.
Well, we
Anyway,
appreciate
but
all of
anyway.
our subscribers. Any way that you can support us, you know, there's the subscribe button there. There's a Patreon. There's a store where you can buy
Yeah.
cups and T-shirts.
Check out the specific Gehenna Valley T-shirt, where you can
You can-
also, as we recently found out, thanks
up?
to all those close to you, there is pillows and blankies.
Pillows
You
and
can get with the
blankets.
Lumberjames. Yeah,
That's true. I am kind of jealous of that blanket.
It looks
I'm gonna have to
soft.
get one.
Looks
I really want one. And if you don't have any money, or maybe you just want to do this anyway, just come join us on the Discord and
Yeah.
chat about games and stuff.
Yeah.
I go there. We talk about things. It's a good
We
time.
scream.
It's a good time.
Thanks.
Thing.
Speaking of things, should we do what happened last time? Is it important?
Yes, I think it might be.
I feel like some things happened last time that people might want to know
I think
about
we played
now.
backgammon.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know some things, Brian.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do what happened last time on Gehenna Valley.
Valley.
I want to warn everyone ahead of time that these are definitely my best notes ever. Okay.
You know he's serious when he says that.
Oh my gosh. What?
I just started looking at the note.
It's okay. I'm gonna read the notes out loud.
Okay.
Crina talks to Kori about all the people he been macking on and her emotions therein. That's what that happened.
Did.
I just like the way you said it. He'd been macking on.
This is how I talk.
They did. Side note.
Therein is whatever. Let's
Yeah,
just keep going.
well, I didn't write therein. I don't know why I said therein. It just seemed.
They
I
did
don't
make
know.
up about it. Or not make up about it. Make up about it. It's the wrong way to say it.
But they talked about it, and
They had a
talked
mature
about it, yeah.
conversation.
They had a
about
mature
it.
conversation, and it was
That's
very
right.
lovely.
Well
and
said.
there was conclusions and understandings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gross.
Then there was a big Fey paint sword fight. If you don't know what that is, watch the last episode because it's hard to explain. Wolfe won, and Wolfe is humble about it. For now.
I'll allow it this time.
You owe Aid money.
It seems very fitting. Why you tag me in my nipple?
Why not?
It's Donovan's favorite spot on him, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Tanya tells Crina that Bridget's house is going to explode. Mohair is like, let the Fae handle it, bro. That's what he was like. Bridget be like, I'm gonna protect my family and let my friends take care of this. Donovan saves Wilma like vampire Superman. Crina can see the Fey lines like no one else can and realizes the problem is not being handled properly. She joins with her brother to try and fix it. They're very glowy. Kori told his siblings to get out of town. Kori connects to Crina for a little while. Okay, so I got to describe this a little better. So Jack, the king of the Fae, is like in the middle of the backyard, and he's like focused, super focused, and he's glowing because of all the energy. And so Crina is like helping him. She like grabs onto his shoulders, and now she is glowing because of the energy. And so when I say Kori connects to Crina, I mean like literally like grabs onto her, and it's like part of the conduit, end of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 kind of style. They communicate for a little while, and he gets burned up a bit. Wolfe goes darkest self, trying to pry Kori off of Crina, and he is successful. They get him off.
There's like they like kind of fly back a little bit.
It's kind of a poppy explosion type
Yeah.
thing, just a little one, not like a big
little
explosion,
bit, not
like a
like
little explosion.
explode the house or anything. The house is still
Yeah.
fine.
All bunnies are
Kori
safe.
goes to take up a god or some bullshit.
Brian can't even take it
Oh
that
wait,
seriously.
there was a before moment where Donovan tried to be like, "Come with me if you want to live," and Kori
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. Donovan
"Fuck
was like,
off."
Kori, you're super mortal. We should leave and let the Fae do their thing. And Kori was like, no, I'm gonna go find a shovel.
Well, to be important to note is that Wolfe told Donovan to go tell Kori. Because
Yes.
Donovan was like, Wolfe, we gotta go. And Wolfe was like, you gotta go get Kori and get
Oh,
him
that's
out
right.
of here because he's being a dumbass.
Right. Wolfe was not gonna leave
To be
until
fair, default
Kori
state.
left. And potentially maybe not after that, who knows? But he was like, no, deal with Kori first. I'm being darkest Wolf right now.
Yeah, he was being very angry.
In the
Yeah.
darkest wolf.
So yeah, Kori goes as if he's going to do something with where they buried Zeus. Jack wakes up from his like super focused nest and he's like, Crina, stop it. This is all on me. And Crina's like, no, I'm helping.
I'm the air.
And Jack's like, okay. And then,
Just like, okay.
and then Kori gets punched in the face out of nowhere.
Yeah, we don't know who did that. It's been 2
Dun,
weeks.
dun.
Who punched me?
It has
Harper
been
Kori
2
in the
weeks.
face.
Yeah, we had to take last week off, so it's been a super huge cliffhanger. So I hope you liked my wrap up. How was that? Was that good?
It was good.
That was great.
It ate
Everyone
me up
liked it.
inside.
Yeah.
Super wicked good.
Oh, Bass adds
Okay.
that Jack is not in a position to argue with Crina, which I like.
Thank you,
That's a good
Bass, yeah.
addition.
It's true.
He's
he
really
really
not.
is.
God, Bast, they get him off. Wide eyes. I love you, Bast. Never change.
Ugh.
Well, there was he was like, I don't know if you could handle this energy, Crina. And I'm like, well, I'm doing
You
it.
clearly can't.
So
So
help.
Y'all weren't even doing it right till I got here.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm making everyone sound whiny. Nobody whined in that episode really at all.
Kori might have whined a smidge, to be honest.
This is just what the teenagers sound like in my head.
Hmm.
Helping. No Kori.
To my kid, if you eventually watch this one day, yeah, this is what you sound like to me.
I was just thinking that, but I was not going to out you as having a teenager.
No, I love her. She knows it. She is whiny though, because she's a teenager. Anyway,
I'm
she's
whiny and I'm not a
she's
teenager.
a
So
preteen.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Let's do our character check-in. Character check-in. Yeah. Let's go on the soundtrack. Crina.
Yes.
Crina, you have the conditions ear to the throne, emotional, so fey, and in charge.
Yes.
I love it. Let's see. Do we like these strings? These are pretty good strings. We got one on Bridget, one on Kori, and who else is around? Two on Alistair, one on Tara. You got a harm. That's
Mhm.
something. That's no good. You should fix that.
Yeah, well, nobody ever helped me after Bridget punched me.
Well, sometimes you gotta
That's
get
still
punched.
Bridget's harm.
Listen, if we had had sex and tender cuddles, you know,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, but
You
we had
got
to go to
4
a
level
party.
ups. Was it last
Yeah.
session that you leveled up?
I think we.
I don't remember because you're at 0 XP, so it might have been last session.
Yeah,
crap, I
I
leveled
think
up.
that was the thing that we figured out after off camera.
Right. That's why I'm asking you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. There was a failed roll or something that we forgot to resolve, and I got
Oh,
XP,
and you
so
took
I leveled.
a point in one of your
Yeah,
Yeah.
I raised my volatile from -1 to 0.
Nice. I'm gonna update
yes,
your
I remember
Realize.
this now. Yeah.
hey, looking at my moves, I just realized a big thing that maybe we should handle.
What's that?
Can't save myself. When somebody saves you from forces too powerful for you to reckon with, they
Yeah.
mark experience and you gain a string on them.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, let's do that.
I think
So-
maybe Wolfe helped me with something I couldn't, deal with because he got me off of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
thing.
give Crina a string too, because she definitely was influential in there. She was making some
That's
rolls.
true.
that
Oh, they
were
get
bad.
get XP. I gain a string on them.
Oh, okay. So both of y'all get an XP. Okay.
Okay.
And I get
well,
a string on
fun-
each of them.
Fun fact: I level up.
Well, great. We'll deal with that in just a second. It'll be super exciting.
This check-in is
I don't-
intense.
This
I
is
don't
an
know what I'm gonna
intense
take
check-in.
though. So
This is what happens towards the end. You know what I mean? Towards the end of the season, it's like domino effect. All these moves.
crazy, yo.
Say smells like teens whining. Don't. I see you in the chat. I see you in the chat. You remind me of the babe. Anyway, Wolfie.
Oh,
I am
okay.
hot now. Wolf.
There you are.
So's Wolf.
No, that's not a sexy face. I saw myself in the camera. I was like, oh no, that explains a lot. Wolf, you've got the conditions: dedicated, whipped, prepared, and bad timing. Those are good conditions.
Hmm.
All your strings are relevant. You got 3 on Bridget, 4 on Donovan, 1 on Kori. You've got 0 harm. You've got 0 XP towards your next level up because you just leveled up while we were talking.
I don't know what I'm taking yet, so
all right,
we'll
think about
figure
it.
that out.
We'll figure it out. You are your darkest self,
Sure I am.
and your true love is Donovan.
I'm sorry, Donovan. What? It's just how the mortal works.
No,
If
don't
you
save
want
me. Go talk to Kori. All right, okay.
Okay, fine.
Wolf's gotta be mean to Donovan so he can get out of darkest self eventually.
I saved Wilma. I mean, that's what
That's
matters.
true.
All right.
It's turnabout is fair play here. Let's be real.
That's also true.
Let's check on Kori,
Oh,
also
hi.
known as K-Dog.
Kate. Oh my God, you put it on the slide.
It doesn't fit on the
Yeah,
little
Brian,
screen. Oh no, it
Brian,
does. Nice.
Brian.
What?
You highlight it and you go like this.
Listen. I am a professional streamer.
Not a professional Google Slides user.
That's
Yeah.
right. Actually, let's not talk about what I should be good at. Okay, let's talk about Kori.
Oh yeah, this is my
and how
child.
you have the condition put in your place.
Yar.
And how you seemed in this picture to be way more concerned about your sexy eyes than sword safety. I mean,
Of course.
we've never talked about that, but it's now occurring to me that I don't trust this picture. This person doesn't look like they know exactly how they should be handling that sword.
Or they know how to handle it. They just concerned more about sexy bedroom eyes.
It's possible.
Which honestly seems very Kori.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just being in character, thank
Priorities. You got some good strings. You got 2 on Crina, 2 on Wolfe,
you. Mhm.
1 on Dixie. That might come up. Who knows? And yeah, I don't know about the rest of these. We'll see. You got 2 harm. That's exciting.
I do.
You're on your 4 out of 5th level up too. That's exciting.
Yeah, I just took a new level up.
Yeah. What did you take? Anything good?
I think it's good, and I feel like it's very fitting for this moment.
What's that?
I took unstable. When you become your darkest self, mark experience.
Oh, fun. Fun. Are you hoping to become your darkest self?
I
This
am.
can happen.
We'll see. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's
Real
see
quick,
what happens.
before we go on to the next person.
He's also just unstable.
Hold on. What's up, Wolfie?
I have a question.
You can ask a question.
Actually, you know what? I'll do it after check-ins. Don't let me
Okay.
forget though.
All right.
Okay.
We're almost done.
Okay.
That's not true. We're like 3/5
That's
of the way
okay.
there.
I'll remember. Just remind me.
Donovan.
I'll remember. Just remind me.
Yep.
Donovan, you've got meddlesome, thirsty, and overbearing.
Yep.
You've got all sorts of great strings. 7 on Kori, 2 on Crina. Other people. You don't have any harm. That's cool.
Yet.
You're
For
coasting towards your 4th level up, which is nice, and you're not your darkest self. That's nice.
Yeah.
Plus, you're Vampire Superman.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Pretty good.
And the dark power, my blood, has 4 strings on me.
All right, and it's 5 that we need to get
Darkest
to start boogieing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To start
Start
boogieing.
Boogie down.
I was using them for all the games for the
You were using them,
hate sword fight.
A
but,
very
The most serious
important.
we've
And the
ever
mortal
been.
still won.
but you were darkest self during the sword fight, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I
fair.
figured Darkest Self Donovan would easily give in
He's
to
about
using
winning.
the blood.
Yeah. He's about winning.
And then, of course, we have Bridget Klein. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. Apologize to everyone not from where I'm from. Just
I
if you have
forgive
any
you.
sort of accent at all, I apologize. You've got all sorts of great conditions: sheltered, in denial, weirdo, unfocused, bad sister. These are great conditions. You've got 3 strings on Wolfe. You got 1 on Kori. You've got 2 harm. And you're only 2 XP away from your final level up. Hopefully that happens tonight, or I've been lying about the timing of our season. I think it's going to happen.
I think so.
I think so too. Because I think this is the penultimate episode. I almost called it Penultimate Spider-Man, and then I realized we'd get sued, and it had nothing to do with Spider-Man, so I didn't.
Penultimate arachnid person.
That's right. Penultimates. Oh, I was just going to repeat you. I don't know why. Anyway, listen.
That's
Bridget's
flattering.
great. That's the point. The point is Bridget's great. I forgot to do one part of the check-in though. So we're going to do that part in reverse order. Then we're going to go back to Aid. So Bridget, currently you are at the Ren Fair still with your family.
I am.
And I think Dixie is there too.
Yes.
Great. But you sent your gang home, I think.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Actually,
All right.
no, I never did anything with my gang. They might still be there. They might not be.
Let's make them there.
Yeah, it's more interesting if they're there.
Where's the gang? There's a note to myself I wrote to
Bridget.
ask. I couldn't remember. They're at the Ren Fair still. We're all just hanging out at the Ren Fair.
I was just yes-anding you, but
I appreciate that.
They're like in the background trying to make themselves busy so they don't bother Bridget and Dixie having time together, maybe.
But isn't right now like Bridget's like hugging her parents and
Yeah, I
calling
think
her
this
brother?
is like serious. It's the end of the
Yeah.
world, but don't worry time. So
Yeah.
I don't.
we're together. Our house might blow up, but
and the
Yeah.
town itself.
It's gonna be cool. Don't worry. Speaking of cool, Donovan, we know where you are. You're at Bridget's backyard, yelling at Kori, who just got punched in the face.
Yep.
By Anonymous.
Yep. Kori, you're that person who just got punched in the face.
I am. Did I take harm for that?
You should have. Yeah,
I don't remember if I did.
I think you did.
Okay.
Oh no, you know what? You didn't, because I specifically told you that I didn't have enough actions to do setup and harm,
Right.
and it was
Okay,
just a sucker
yes.
punch. So I said, "Well, you don't take harm."
Thank you.
Glancing
Um,
blow.
That's right. Wolfe, you're there too, but you didn't really follow Donovan, right? You're just sort of like in the midst of things.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that earlier. I was like trying to remember what
Yeah.
Wolf was doing. I think he was literally just watching Donovan to make sure that he got Kori out.
Yeah,
That's accurate.
that seems fair.
Don't give me that look, Rob.
And Crina is literally right in the middle, like a beam of light.
Ooh, Fifth Element.
Yeah, Fifth Element, or like somebody just tagged the map. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
Ned, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I don't know what you're talking
It's a
about. at all.
thing in some video games when you've got a big multiplayer
Oh.
map and someone
They,
drops
like,
a pin,
pinged
there'll
it.
be like a
Yeah.
little light
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
okay.
cool.
I gotcha.
It's all right. Next time we'll make a Minecraft reference instead.
I don't know what that
Um,
is. Well, I know what that is. I'm lying. I know what Minecraft is.
I like the Fifth Element reference because then it's love, binding all the elements together.
Yeah, it was love.
Aw,
That's
that's
what it
cute.
was.
That's cute.
Cool. So Aid, what
Hey.
did you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
Aid.
We're back to you.
I
Well,
don't
you
think
didn't do
I.
whatever the last thing you with me was it?
What?
Did you do the last thing with me?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was
Yeah,
the
you're
last
in
the
the
thing?
light.
beam of light.
Oh, you're just saying where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all
Yes.
it was. I
Okay.
wanted to do it in order and I forgot, so I went and did it in reverse order.
Okay.
That's all.
Sorry, my
Um,
brain's real foggy right now.
No, that's all right. So
That's fine because I'm right on top of everything.
Brian got this.
I don't know if I did this last time, and I don't think I did.
Okay.
So correct me if I'm wrong though, but would you call Wolf, interfering with this as poking his nose in affairs not meant for his kind,
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
or
I
down the
mean,
rabbit hole?
I think when you grabbed onto Kori at the very
Yeah.
least, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I also don't know if you got XP for
I
it
don't
last
think
time.
I did.
But considering that we're running down, I'm just going to say yes to every request for XP. So there you go. Give yourself
Great.
XP.
Someone in the situation gets a string on me. So
Let's give it to Crina. 'Cause
Crina,
She's
I was gonna
definitely
say, maybe.
the other world that you're poking your nose in. So Crina gets a string on Wolfe.
Enjoy. Treat it well.
Currently have a string on Wolf. That's useful.
Yay! Now Wolfe can't
See?
use his hypnotism on you.
That I'm taking right now. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to.
You could.
I still haven't decided, so we'll
Would you
figure
like
that
to
out.
get hypnotism?
No.
That was a loaded offer. I don't like it. Made me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I think we did all the things.
I think we did.
What do you think?
think so
Yeah.
too.
Sounds
Now,
pretty good.
here's the
Punch
real
Kori.
question, right? Should I jump straight to the punch and like give the chat some release from the last 2 weeks of waiting, or should I do? No, I'm seeing.
Yes.
Let's see
I
what's
get
up
a
with
yes
Bridget.
vote. I've got a no
Yeah,
vote.
I think we
think you
should go
should go
see
to
how
Bridget.
Bridget's doing.
I
Okay,
guess
let's
the
go.
answer to that question, Brian, is how mean are you feeling?
Oh, I'm very mean.
He quit.
Very mean.
He quit.
MC prerogative.
You green? No, no one's green. What are you talking about? They said mean, chat. Mean, not
Super
green.
green.
What are you? What? We're going to Bridget.
He's not even
Just-
talking to you. He's talking to Allie.
Oh, you guys are just having your own conversation down there?
How dare you talk to each other in chat
You
and
can
not talk
each
to us?
other. It's okay. I just got confused. I did sound a little like really insulted though, didn't I? What? You're not paying attention to me specifically?
Yeah, super green's actually a Fifth Element reference too.
Oh, Crina and Alistair had sex and exchanged promises.
Okay.
Yeah, but not like 5 seconds ago. When did that happen? What are you
Apparently
talking
last
about?
session. The chat yelled at us.
For not putting it in the notes?
Yes.
Okay, a lot of stuff happened. I wrote the notes quickly. I think that's clear to everyone who heard me read the notes. All right.
Cute.
I got a busy life. I got a day job. You're not buying enough blankets. Bridget,
Yes.
Bridget, you're fantastic. I just wanted to let you know that you're
Okay,
wonderful.
Thank you.
You're at the Ren Fair still. There's like some other people at the Ren Fair sort of packing up. But y'all have, you've stayed a bit later and you're just sort of hanging around. And there's a lot of you. It's you, it's your family. You've got Dixie there, you've got your gang.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say Ingrid too, because why would just Ingrid leave? That would be weird. Right? That would be weird. That we're not doing that.
Yeah. Even though she's
Ingrid
not
is-
supposed to be here, it actually would make sense for her to leave. Because she's.
Yeah, but that would be suspicious if she leaves. So she's just like trying not to be awkward with her
Okay.
hood pulled up and her like fake prosthetic nose
Okay.
because she got excited about doing disguise work. Anyway, it is funny. And sorry. I was trying to be dramatic and I got goofy. You hear Jackie yell Nathan's name, which is Nathan. She goes, Nathan, very dramatically. And you turn around from your big family group hug. And there's like a small gang of people. Gang, I use that term loosely. There's like 10 people who sort of like saddled up to your group and they don't look like they belong here. A couple of them you seem to recognize in passing. You've spent enough time at the Ren Fair that a couple of them look familiar, but most of them don't. And there's one person in particular who seems to stand out. It's Caleb. He's standing sort of in the middle of the group, and next to him is a much bigger guy who's grabbed Nathan and has sort of dragged him back away from the group. And he's got a switchblade to Nathan's throat.
I grab my sword.
There's a lot of shocked faces. Like, you thought I wasn't going to go big tonight. I don't know what you thought was going to happen. I'm going big. I'm already home. We've established this. It's a pandemic. Yeah, you grabbed your sword, which is exciting.
And I want to walk up and like shout like, "Is there a problem? Because mine's bigger."
Caleb is going to say, I know all about your problem.
What are you talking about? Let him go.
No. I'd rather keep him here. I just want to make sure that we all hang out for a little while. That's all.
What are you talking about?
There's a lot happening tonight, Bridget. And I'm going to make sure that you and your friends don't ruin it for me again.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Let Nathan go.
It says, how about this? If you throw your sword over here and promise to stick around for the next hour, I'll let Nathan go. I'll just take your sword as part of that promise.
I toss my sword toward him and say, I don't need my sword to kick your ass. Let him go.
It's really good. I feel like you should roll cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was hoping she was gonna like really throw it. Yeah, she practiced.
I did, but I still don't know what's up. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. Bridget's not just
Info
like
is
a
valuable.
murderer over here.
Yeah. That's an 8.
Okay, that's good. I like that. So you're definitely sort of in control to an extent of the situation. You know, that was a legit threat to Caleb, and Caleb knows it.
Yeah.
Caleb currently has the condition everything hurts, so you know. Would you like to gain a string on Caleb, or give Caleb another condition, or take one forward?
I'll take the string on Caleb.
Okay, great. And we're gonna give you a condition in return. Ooh, you've got sheltered, in denial, weirdo, unfocused, and bad sister. You're gonna get the condition. Oh, like, what's the word?
Describe it. We could
Describe it.
probably think
We
of the
might help.
word.
I'm thinking of like not disarmed, but like he's given something up. You know what? I'm gonna give you selfless.
Selfless. Ooh.
Because you've given up your sort of symbol of power.
I also
In
get an
order-
XP for that.
You do get an XP for that. I told you
Ken
this was
says that
going to work
Bridget is
out
still
just
queen of this
fine.
town.
Yeah.
So, Nathan
And-
says, "Okay, do it." Not Nathan.
Okay, Caleb.
Can you? Nathan is just like, "Yeah, let me go." No, Caleb says, "Okay, do it," and the big guy lets go of Nathan because it gives him a push towards your side.
Okay. Cool. Once Nathan is free, I'm caving in Caleb's face.
So you're just gonna like run forward and
Yeah.
bah!
Just punch him right in the face.
Great,
I love
great,
it.
great. So this is just to represent that. As soon as you run forward, like most of your people run forward too. We're gonna do, and by most I mean all. I mean like everyone but the sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
I
mom's?
thought very.
I'm sorry, are
briefly-
you telling me Clementine is not a battle sheep? I refuse to believe this.
I thought very briefly about having some sort of sheep on the other side. You know, maybe not a sheep, maybe a dog or a frog or something. And we just haven't gotten around to training Clementine. It would have broken the realism for everyone. So that would have been the line. That would have been it. So everyone charges forward in a big fight, and we're not going to be concerned with everyone else. We're just going to focus in on Bridget.
Okay.
Bridget, why don't you roll volatile for me?
Okay, and I have my gang with me, so I get to add a 1?
Yeah, you do. Yep.
Well, good thing I have a +4 because I rolled a 4, so it's an 8.
It is a good thing that you have a +4. It's always a good thing to have a +4. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah. 8 is good. You want Caleb to gain a string on you? Do you want me to decide how bad the harm turns out, or do you want to become your darkest self?
I think Bridget is past darkest self right now, so I think you can decide how bad the harm turns out.
Okay. That's not Caleb, that's Xavier. There's Caleb.
Let's go to Caleb's slide. I don't know where it is.
I got him. He's on slide 32 right now. I moved him up.
Bad boy intellectual.
That's right. Remember when that's what he was? I mean, he still is, but he's also a lot of other bullshit. I'm going to have him take 2 out of the 3 harm from your screaming slash forward, and I'm sure there's no repercussions there. Is you just like cut? Well, no, you don't have a sword. What do you do? Tell me what you do.
I'm just like punching him, and like I figure I like get him to the ground, and I'm just like pummeling him.
I love it. So you're just like right on top of this stupid little shit of a person, just like pounding them. And as the camera pulls back to cut to another scene, we very briefly get a glimpse of one of the other people on Caleb's side fighting, and they open their mouths to reveal fangs.
I knew it. Can't fool me.
I'm always trying to fool you, Ashley. Nah, you always get me. I don't know what you think you just figured out. I'm just throwing that out there.
They were vampires.
They're not all vampires.
But there are some.
There are some vampires there. So we're gonna cut back. I'm gonna finally tell y'all who punched Kori.
Who's dying?
Kori's dying?
No, I said who is dying.
Oh, who is dying?
I was making a joke. It's okay, Brian. Continue.
Slide 36. Natalie. Aitor. Kori's dead.
That son of a bitch!
As you look up from getting sucker punched, there's Aitor. Cane in his other hand. He didn't even use his cane hand. He used his free hand. That's why he didn't hurt as much. There's Aitor, and with him he's got like 2 big thug type people. In fact, we even got the actor from the first season who played the thug that brought Harold into the orgy to come back to play one of the thugs in this scene.
Oh, what a wonderful little that's cute.
Yeah, we've got a really good casting director, let me tell you.
Director. What?
And they've got guns, by the way.
Oh, they've got Kori gives 0 fucks.
And Aitor's just standing over you, and he's just like, "You're not gonna ruin this for me again, you forsaken, pathetic excuse for a vessel."
Kori just like spits, and he's like, "I've waited my whole life for this." And he just fucking bodily throws himself at his father. Like,
great.
Fuck everything in this world. I'm beating you. Everything sucks.
Roll volatile. Let's see how you do.
Really?
Would you not want XP?
I want to hit my dad.
You'll have an opportunity. This will not be the only roll.
I'm just checking something. Does he have any conditions? Have we given him conditions?
He has the condition unsettled.
I have a forward on my parents.
Oh, you're gonna spend it?
You don't get a choice.
I don't think I get a choice.
Do
I have a choice?
Right. It's one of those forwards. Yeah, that's different. Mm-hmm. So what is it now with your forward?
It's a 7.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
do the thing that you finally wanted
I can,
to do.
yes.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
Be darkest self.
Oh, on a 7 to 9, you harm them, but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
Oh, but if I become my darkest self, there's no way I'm interested in him anymore. But he would be, right? I feel like that's the logical sense here.
I don't know. Why you don't have to become your darkest self because you're fighting your dad. That's not
That's
necessarily a 1 + 1 = 2 situation.
I almost wore that shirt.
Sorry, can you repeat the options again?
You can have him learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC will decide how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna let him find out something about me. I'm kind of curious to see an I4 reaction to the fact that Kori is a chosen.
Okay. All right. So he's going to gain a string on you.
I want to beat the shit out of him.
Don't have room for strings on this slide. Strings.
I don't know why I never considered this. Great job, Brian.
I'm pretty great.
You are.
I'm glad I surprised you. Kori
I don't
won.
understand. Homework is done.
Oh no, I already have strings on here. What am I doing?
Yeah. Oh shit, he had a string on me from.
He does have a string on you. Now
He's
he has
got
2 strings on you.
Yeah, good for him.
He's gonna hit you.
Yeah, he
Extra
gonna
harm.
hit you.
Listen, it's great. I'm gonna beat an old man.
So you do a harm to an old man.
Mhm.
Harm
And
1 out of question.
Don't worry,
mark.
Donovan's there too. He's
And I
not
think
about
he
to
just-
let this go
He
down,
looks
I'm
at him and
sure.
he's just like, "You are the most pathetic excuse of a man I have ever met."
Oh, that's pretty cool. I want to do back and forth dialogue really bad, but I also want to be like, hey, Donovan, what do you do? And I think
That's
I'm going to lean
fair.
towards the latter.
Go for it.
Donovan, you're like right there. There's 2 thugs with guns. Not even like pistols, like submachine guns, like gangsta
Oh,
style.
okay.
Like they're thugs.
Donovan will look at one of the thugs.
Yeah.
Eyes will go wide, and Donovan will say, "Shoot the other thug."
Yay! That's a good use of
Brian just
hypnotism.
goes, yay!
I love it. That's great.
Shoot someone! Yay!
We're so
Oh
excited
yeah.
about it.
I was
13.
surprised. 13.
Donovan's
was
been waiting for this
destined.
moment too. Donovan's
Great.
like, "Let me rip into Itor."
And I think one of the guys he just turns and he opens up on this guy. And Wolfe, if you weren't sure exactly what was happening from your position, you just hear
Yeah, I
like
definitely
all
see
the
the shit
bullets.
happen now, I assume.
I can't make a submachine gun noise apparently.
Jesus,
not.
they have submachine guns?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I said, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
They said guns.
No, he
I
said
clarified at
submachine
one
guns.
point. I wanted to make sure
Listen,
you knew
Corey's
they weren't
parents hate
pistols.
him. Corey's parents hate him. It's
These
okay.
are proper thugs. Yeah.
They're not playing.
They're
they're not playing.
mobsters.
Yeah. But it's okay. This
Mobsters.
one of them's dead. So
Boom.
boom. They don't have to. We can reduce that. Is that a?
I
that's
really don't like the presence of guns in a game about teenagers.
Let's not do
That
it
makes me
then.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and I apologize. We talked about.
Can
this
they have
once before,
flamethrowers?
And I forgot.
No.
No.
They can just have like knives or swords or something.
like brass knuckles, some kind of
Yeah,
like
they're-
stun baton would make sense.
Yeah.
Like,
No, we're gonna
that'll
roll
still
it
mess
back.
you up.
We're
man.
gonna roll it back. They've got one's got like a blackjack. You know what a blackjack is?
Mhm.
No.
No.
It's like a billy club kind of, but softer, and you knock someone unconscious with it.
Okay. I
It's,
don't
it's,
know what a billy club is.
It's
I'll Google it.
like
Like a heavy
police
baton.
Okay.
Like an upside down pin.
Right,
It's
but
kinda
this is like it's like a sack full of pennies, but a professional
Oh, okay.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's a blackjack. It's a professional sock full of pennies. And the other one, I'm gonna give him a chain. That's cool, right?
Oh.
He's got a
Ooh.
chain.
I hypnotized the one with the chain.
Yeah, all right,
Mm.
great. So the guy with the chain turns to the other guy and he's just like he's got it partially wrapped around his arm and he just like whips it through the air and like smacks the dude across the face and he goes
Nice.
like 2
Wow.
feet back.
So I see that happen, or Wolf sees that happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Well, These are the guys you bring, you know? They're good at lifting heavy stuff, and they follow orders, and they like money.
They do follow orders. You're right.
They follow orders really well.
Meanwhile, well, let's go to Wolfe. Wolfe, you see that happen. Why do you want to respond to that?
Do I just see the three of them, like the two thugs and Aitor, or are there like more people coming?
For now, you only see the three of them.
Okay, I'm gonna stomp on over.
Oh, great. What are you gonna do?
And let's see. So Kori had punched Aitor. Question mark?
Yeah.
I know that happened like 3 minutes ago, but I don't remember.
Positive affirmation.
Okay, cool. Then Wolfe will also punch Aitor.
Great. Yeah. Just go double down on beat your dad.
Yeah,
We love it.
Dads suck.
Dads suck.
I never grabbed.
Viridius is amazing.
That's true. But
true.
Human dads suck.
Wolfe is like, my
Okay.
dad sucked, and this dad sucks. I'm gonna take out some dice because I never did, and now I'm gonna do a punch.
Your
Okay,
big dad
your
is
big
offended,
dad
y'all.
is pretty good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your big dad. If we had to, you know what, your big dad, I'm gonna mail you some adoption papers. Adopt Kori. He's looking for foster care.
All right, that is
Pretty
a.
funny.
Let's see.
Ashley thwarted by math.
No, I got a 9. I'm trying to see if I can make it a 10.
Your big dad says, "Oh God, no!" to the idea of
Oh,
adopting Kori.
wow. Ben, we'll talk about this later.
Kori's
I-
a lot of responsibility. 9 is
It's
good
true.
though.
Can I
9's
be?
not
But
bad.
can I be prepared?
Yeah. Can you? How were you prepared for this?
Because
Pulls out his own brass
his
knuckles.
brain was already primed for fights after the paint sword
Oh
fight.
yeah, okay. I'll buy that.
The adrenaline's thrumming.
You get
So-
one imaginary dollar, and you get +1
Okay. I don't know what I got $1 for, but
because I bought that.
oh, okay, I got it.
Ah,
Hey, anyway, so I got a 10.
Great.
I liked that. I haven't heard that before.
yeah, that's good. I like
That's
it.
good.
So yeah, you totally. Where do you want to punch the old man?
So I imagine he and Kori were kind of like face to face or whatever, like kind of like right
Yeah.
up in each other's face. So I imagine he literally kind of like walks up next to him and
Yeah.
just like socks him in the jaw.
I love it.
He gets his own sucker punch.
And Aitor is in shape. So this is when I reveal that Aitor is now at 2 out of 3 hit points. He has more hit points than your average old man.
He does work out with Walt.
Well, he did anyway.
He did.
Yeah. It's only been like a day. Like that really,
It still did. That's still past tense.
that's fair.
We all have to celebrate Walt being in jail at every opportunity. That's just
Mhm.
it was
That's
it was an early win. All right, so that's Bridget, Donovan, Wolfe, Kori. Oh, well, you know what is still going on is the Crina show. Crina show right in the middle of it all. Crina, you just had the like little heart to heart with your brother. You can see that what you're doing is working. But would you roll dark for me?
Sure.
No reason.
That's a 12.
Oh, great. So I don't have to be cryptic at all, which is
I'm
great.
pretty dark.
You are right now. You are. You're total fake queen happening.
I know. I'm
What?
heir to the throne. That is not the same
I'm
as fake
sorry.
queen.
You're total heir to the. I keep picturing the elf from Lord of the Rings. That's all. When you get all glowy, be like
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Me.
That's all. I mean by
Galadriel,
that.
yeah.
You're all Galadriel right now. That's all. You know, this is your potential you're tapping into. And again, you see things that other people don't seem to be able to see. As you're trying to sort of like monitoring this power exchange between you, your brother, and the earth, you can see that the energy is going back out. It's going back out in lots of different directions, but at the same time, it's sort of harming the Fey lines as it goes back out. They're it's splintering's not the word. What do you, when you've got a rope and it starts threading? Fraying. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. They're fraying, which can't be good. It occurs to you the healthiest way to continue is if you had some conduit that was already primed to expel a great amount of energy. If you could not feed it back into the Fey lines themselves, if you could feed some of this excess energy off into the Ether and like really get rid of it.
I thought that's what we were doing, was like venting off the power.
You are spreading it, but you're doing it in a way where it's like you're pushing it back out into many pipes, and the pipes are feeling burdened. It'll if you keep going like this, it'll work. There just might be repercussions. That's all I'm saying.
And what are the repercussions? Just like, like we're mining oil and I'm just poof, there goes the flame, like.
That's ideally, that's what you want. You want to shoot it up, but
yeah, but
right
like,
now you're not.
Are there any repercussions to doing that?
Oh, maybe. I would be. I can't say there won't be any. That's not how I live my life. But but yeah, but you sort of gain this knowledge that you're very comfortable in. That like it would be better if we went in not just those directions.
Well, I'm connected to Jack, and I'm we're like sharing sight now apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like focus in on that to make sure he sees it too.
Okay, great.
Jack, what do we do, Jack?
Oh, and you feel worry from Jack. He says back to you, and he goes, "Okay, all right, we can handle this. We're not built for expelling energy. We're built for holding energy. So we can end up holding on to some of this, and the Fey lines won't get that broken. We're not working at that rate. It just means that magic might be a little different when we're done. Or we would need to find somebody kind of like us who knows how to release power, to let it go, who have had a lot of power in them before and was able to. It's hard for me to say, because like that's not what we do. We don't let go of power.
Like for some can you hold this for a few seconds? For a couple minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to let go of him.
Ooh. I let you choose. I don't know if it's really going to make a difference. I don't know. I don't have your stats memorized. You can do volatile or dark. What would you like to do?
Dark.
Okay, great.
I have a +2 to dark and a 0 to volatile.
Yeah, let's try dark to break the connection, because it is hard.
So that would be an 8.
Okay.
Without spending anything.
Okay. So with an 8, let's see. What do I want to make the repercussions be? You have choice. You can succeed, and and break apart. But if you do, either you'll take a harm, become your darkest self, or cause a big scene. And you can choose which one.
Ever shied away from a big scene?
You want to cause a big scene?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, great. So you let go, and it's kind of like that energy pop when Wolfe pulled Kori off. Mm-hmm. You go flying back, and there's this burst of light that should have sparkles up into the air. And you go like a few feet back, you hit the ground, but you're okay. Bridget, from where you are, you see It's as if someone had fired several flare guns up into the air all at the same time.
Okay.
Speaking of which, let's go back to Bridget.
Hey.
Bridget, you're on top of a twerp. What do you do?
I want to like kind of spend my string and pin him and be like, call your goons off.
Oh, okay. And he's very upset. He's pinned and he's like kind of got hackneyed to breath. And he says, I can't. They're not mine.
Whose are they?
He goes, Sebastian made us promises.
Sebastian is dead.
And he says, yeah, that's why we're here. He doesn't laugh. That was me.
Then I'm just gonna like kind of like kick him and be like, run off. And it'll be like, who wants to go next?
Do you want to roll volatile or cold?
I want to go volatile.
Great.
Yeah, I'm just trying to end this fight.
Love it.
I'm fighting side by side with my gang, so that's a 12.
Nice. Yeah, you kick Caleb and he falls unconscious.
Uh-huh.
He's not even a mini boss, Caleb. He's just a distraction. Where is my Caleb? Where are you, Caleb? There you are. Now you're unconscious. So you kick Caleb, falls unconscious. You get up and you're like, who wants to go next?
Yeah.
And to your surprise, or maybe not your surprise, I shouldn't say that. Your team Bridget, is handling themselves really well.
That's what we trained for.
That's right. The people, the people who have their own armaments are keeping people back. They seem to be predominantly winning. Your parents seem to be doing some kind of binding magic. It's very cool. And so you show like who comes next, and like there's like nobody free to fight you. So you could easily break away and do something, or you could just jump in and help clean this up faster.
I'm gonna jump in and help clean this up faster.
All right, give me another volatile roll.
That's a 13.
That's exciting. 13's really good. You take out like 2 of the biggest vampires, and we're gonna be able to hand wave this fight in just a minute.
Cool.
Kori, though, let's talk about Kori. What do you want to do?
Was Itar going to respond after getting punched and yelled at that he's a terrible dad, or no?
He just got knocked unconscious, didn't he? Or is he still up?
Itar's still up. He's
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think he's at 2 out of 3.
Yeah, he's at 2 out of 3. That's right. He got sucker punched. He sort of fell down.
Yeah.
And he like props himself up on his elbow, and he's just like, you think you've changed, like you've become something special. And he goes, but you can't. You have no potential.
Oof.
And because I got strings to spend and nowhere to go, I am going to spend a string, and he's going to very suddenly lash out with his cane and trip you.
I'd like to intervene.
Oh, please roll that. Roll that intervene stuff.
I was ready to, but you have the two interveners here.
Kori's true dads.
Please.
I think
Wolfe is not anyone's dad.
I think Donovan's eyes just darken crimson and black.
Yeah.
Because he is furious with Itor, and I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
give my blood a string.
Oh no.
For +2.
Oh no.
We'll talk about that in just a second.
I have
Everyone
a
is so
forward
sad.
on Itor, so that's
Nice.
3,
Yep.
but -1 because my volatile is -1, so that's.
Yep. So it's +2 though.
I do have a
Still
string
pretty
in
good.
case I need it.
Uh-huh.
Case I knew.
So 1 and 5 is 6 plus 2 is 8. And then,
Conditions and or pluses.
Well, if he spends a string, he's only at 9.
But then he has
Then-
conditions that he could take advantage of.
I don't think his conditions matter. What do we got on Itor?
Well, that's what I meant
Itor
Itor's
has a
conditions.
whole bunch of terrible.
I meant
conditions,
Itor
doesn't he?
conditions.
Itor's only got unsettled.
I think he's
Really?
unsettled by vampire
Oh.
eyes.
could I use meddlesome since I'm jumping into their fight?
You know what? Yes. When I met meddlesome quickly, I said, no, that doesn't make sense. But you're being meddlesome, almost full-blown Scooby-Doo, a little bit more Buffy meddlesome, but still meddlesome nonetheless.
I'll use meddlesome, and I will spend the string as well,
Great.
which gives me 10.
Nice. So on a 10, what happens, buddy?
Deal
You
harm
get in
and
the
they choke
way.
up?
Yeah. And they need to deal with you first. Whoever you're protecting gets to react.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm reading. I was reading Lash Out physically. Yeah.
It's
On a
okay.
10, you get in the way, and they need to deal with you first. Whoever you're protecting gets to react and takes 1 forward to whatever they decide to do.
Okay.
Aw.
So
you go.
and you don't take the harm because that's one of the punishments. That's one of the repercussions of 7 to 9. So you get in the way and you sort of stop the cane. Do you want to grab the cane dramatically?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, great. I like
And
it.
Donovan's eyes are just like black and red.
Yeah.
And he just like roars as he jumps in and grabs it.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's fine.
Kori, you get a free reaction.
I think Kori's shaking a little,
Yep.
and he just looks Itor in the eyes, and he's like, "What are you here for, and what are you trying to do? This is getting old. Why?" Like,
So I want to be clear. Your reaction is compassionate conversation. I didn't mean that to come off negative in any way. I just want to make sure that you're not like building up to something because of timing and stuff.
yeah, no, that's fair. I think like people keep telling Kori he's not good at fighting and he needs to not be doing this.
Okay.
And he's just like, what's the point anymore? Like, why are you here? Like,
Great. Yeah. And
like, just
great. Itor
Yeah.
will look right at you and he goes,
what are you doing?
I'm here to restore our family.
You already broke it. The moment you didn't give a shit about me, and the moment all your insane plans drove Lucan and your other children away. You know where they are? They're out of town. They want nothing to do with you. Just go home and maybe think about the fact that you could salvage something with your 3 kids you care about.
Oh, okay. That's mean. You're just being mean to your dad now. Would you roll cold, please?
You say that as if he doesn't deserve it.
Oh,
yeah,
he
he
deserves so
definitely
much
deserves
worse.
Really?
Really?
Get some new dice.
These dice are...
Did you get XP?
Yeah.
Great. So Donovan's holding the cane. Itor lunges at you with these skinny little arms. Like, well, they're not that skinny. Like he's gonna choke you. Wolfe, do you want to do it this time?
I'll intervene this time.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
do it.
Roll
All right,
you intervene.
here we go. Let's see. Let's do some math here. Well, we all know this is my strong suit.
A doing math.
Um,
Doing math.
That is a 8.
That's pretty good.
It's
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, it's it's pretty good.
I don't like letting you make choices.
Oh no, it's not me. It's the assailant. Don't
yeah,
worry.
but
I
that
don't
you
make the
play the
choice.
assailant.
It says right here, the assailant chooses.
Yeah, it's Itor's fault.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Itor's
Itor's
fault.
choice. The choices are: I back off. I take what. Oh no, you back off. That's see if it says the assailant choices. I don't anyway. You back off. You take whatever harm you want. I don't like the way this is written. I'm sorry. I keep changing the.
It's because you don't want to make this choice, but it is you who's
It
making
is
this
me.
choice.
But it's not.
Assailant
It's not.
backs off or
Itor
takes
backs off.
harm.
It's Wolfe backs off. So it's Wolfe backs off. Wolfe takes whatever harm you want to give you as you push past.
No, it's
No, it
Aitor
isn't.
is either
It
backing
is
off,
Aitor
he
backs off.
pushes
Aitor
past and
backs
does Wolf
off.
harm,
Yes.
or he just does all the harm to Wolf instead.
Okay.
Wording is hard. I get it.
I think he backs off. I think he gets like scared for a second. You get in his way, and he's not used to all these people getting in his way. And he also sort of knows you as like Walt's like punk kid. Everyone's a punk kid to Aitor. Don't worry about that. And so he like he's going to choke Kori, and all of a sudden you're in the way, and he's like, I'm not choking this kid. Why does everyone keep stopping me from choking my child? This is
honest,
weird.
like that is like the quote of the moment, because that would be it.
Yeah, and
choke
he's
my
just,
son.
Like,
What are you doing?
confused, and he stops, and he's just like, get out of the way. And we're gonna pause there. We're gonna go to Crina, who spent a lot of energy uncoupling from her brother so she could do something. What is that something, Crina?
I'm gonna look around and try and see if I can find Sergey, because he was here briefly.
Sergey was here briefly, and then he went back to Bridget, and I think he came back. I think Bridget.
Okay.
Right? I think he did. Okay, I'm getting a half nod. I'm taking it.
I don't think we established it. We can say he came back.
Yeah, let's say he's there. He's there, and he's trying to help, but even though it's not his, it's not really not his specialty.
I'm gonna run over to him. Sergey!
What? What is it, princess?
I'm gonna grab both his arms and just like really intensely. I need you to go and get Bridget and tell her that I need her help, and I need you to bring her back here as fast as you can and go now.
Oh, but she really doesn't want to be here. Okay, bye.
And then I'm gonna look for Kori.
Great, and you see Kori fighting. Well, not fighting, but you see Kori and Wolfe and Donovan and Aitor and thugs. You see that.
All right, I'm gonna run over them, and I'm gonna be yelling for Sandra and Ruth to come with me as I'm running.
Okay, cool. Dramatic running. I love it.
And I'm gonna run right up to Kori and just totally ignore Aitor, because he's not worth my fucking time.
Oh, he's not.
And I'm gonna grab Kori, both with arms. I need your help. I need your help right now. I need your help right now.
Kori looks really beaten up. But yes, he's 3 out of 4 harm. But he looks at you, and he looks at his dad, and he shakes his head, and he's like, Crina, what do you need?
We need somebody who can vent off power, who can take it power and let it go. And I can't do that because if I can't do that, and I need you, and I need you with Bridget, and I need you right now.
You've always got me. And I think he looks up at his dad, and he's just like, go home, Aitor. And just, yeah, he takes Krina's hand in his, and he squeezes it, and he's like, I'm done wasting air on you. And walks away.
And
Crina.
If I can interject, Donovan, very much in darkest self now, will just shake his head and say, you hear that? You've lost. And go for his neck.
Oh, don't kill him.
Neck. I think it's this great little moment. Like Kori's like walking away, so he doesn't really see it.
Yeah, he can't stop you.
Following him, and you go for his neck, and just as you do, like the camera widens just enough to see these shadows become full forms as Sandra and Ruth just like do like jumping leg takedowns of the other 2 thugs.
Well, one of them was already down.
Well, he got hit with a chain. He got back up just to get knocked down again.
Yeah.
You know,
as you do.
Wumpa plays in the background.
You know that thing that really spry wrestlers do, where they jump up, wrap their legs around the person's necks, and then everyone flips over.
I recently saw that. Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
The Black Widow move.
Yeah. Best part of Iron Man 2 right there.
Yeah.
What's up, Crina?
I think I would see Donovan going for Aitor's throat.
I will allow it.
And I'm gonna turn up and yell at him. Donovan, sit down. It's like down.
I think you should roll cold.
Sure.
And no matter what Crina gets, Donovan, you don't have to listen, obviously. You just have to feel
bad.
Feel bad. See what happens here. Okay, so the base is an 8.
Okay, all right.
-1 to cold, so that's a 7. But I have a forward on Donovan that I've been just holding on to. So we're back to an 8.
Great.
And
you're heir to the throne, and he's meddlesome.
I'm in charge, I think, which is a 9. Has Donovan taken harm?
No,
Damn.
but you know what has happened is you are with your gang right now.
Okay, so yeah, Sandra
Plus
Ruth can
one.
hop over to him, make that a 10.
Yeah, we're just letting all the points add up tonight. That's what we're doing. So
Ultimate episode.
you're gonna roll. You did roll cold. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
so I
roll
got to
cold.
a 10.
What do you want to do? Donovan? Do you have any strings on Crina?
2.
Do you want to take a string? Do you want to give a condition? You want to take one forward? What do you want to do? How do you mechanically want to represent it?
Can this be a call someone on their shit?
Oh yeah, it can. No, actually, I take
No?
that back because you yelled at him to sit down.
That isn't like stop it. You know, what are you like?
Yeah, I think call
It's
people on their
eat
shit has
people.
to be a little more emotionally involved, or not emotionally, maturity. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
It's got a little more actual calling people on their shit.
yeah, just a little more.
I will say you could take the string and then immediately spend the string to make him stop.
To try to
Yeah, offer
Well,
the
you have
string.
to take what you have to take
Yeah.
my string away.
right,
Oh, okay.
right.
No, I get to.
But
oh,
you,
then
if you
no
have a
strings.
string, you can
Okay.
still spend it.
So he's got.
Then
I don't
never
have
mind.
strings. I just had the one forward.
Okay, yeah, he's got 2,
Uh,
so you're just taking one away. If this on the string option. All the rules coming out tonight. I love it.
Minutia.
We will use
I'm gonna
every
give him
move.
a condition. 'Cause doesn't Donovan have like a million conditions right
He has
now?
3.
Meddlesome, thirsty, and overbearing. And I'm meddlesome, and man, am I thirsty.
Heyo.
Hey yo.
I'll just take that
Ayo.
forward right back, I guess.
Yeah, take the forward. Donovan, how do you want to respond?
I don't think Donovan does. I think he just continues what he's doing.
Okay, but do you feel bad at least?
So if
Darkest Self Donovan does not.
Okay, but you at least feel called out.
Mm.
You did get called out. It's a thing.
If Crina stops, does Kori then see it because they were holding hands?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
fair.
Crina stops and turns around, so I think you can
Yeah, yells.
turn around and see it too. Yes.
He yells down at, and I think he looks down and he's like, does Donovan look like he's gonna kill? Like, I mean, yeah.
I don't think you know the difference between
Okay,
feeding
yeah,
on
that's-
someone to not
That's
kill. and
very
to kill.
solid. I think Kori's eyes go a little wide and he looks at Donovan and he's like, Donovan, I don't want this. Don't kill him. He doesn't deserve it.
Donovan, did you respond to that?
No.
Okay, cool. Wolfe, you're standing right there too. Anything you want to do?
Sure am. So I think that Wolfe makes 0 motions to stop Donovan.
Yeah.
I think he
darkest
looks
couple.
to Kori and is like, after everything that he's done to you, he deserves worse.
You didn't want your dad dead. Why would I want mine?
Yeah.
I think Crina says living is worse. After all this, he's losing everything. It's gonna take decades. Living is worse, Wolfe.
Honestly, I think
Where-
Donovan could probably kill Aitor during this time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think
But like Rob hasn't said if he's actually trying to kill him or if he's just feeding off of him.
I agree,
Yeah.
and that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
ask next. Donovan, what are you doing?
Donovan bites
Yeah.
and is drinking. So
Yeah.
right now it's just happening, I assume then.
Yeah.
And
I think sorry, finish on, then I'll go.
I was gonna say, as Kori calls out, Donovan like glances up and looks between Kori and Crina, and like his eyes are like black and red. He just looks somewhat deranged, I assume himself.
Mm-hmm.
And is actively feeding.
Oh, so if any of y'all missed it back in the background, when Donovan gets his hunger gets 5 strings, he goes darkest self. That's why he went darkest self. And do we have a mechanic for getting those strings down?
You have to fulfill things that the
No,
the
but
blood
that's
want.
part of the darkest self power. That's not part of the power itself. Dark power gives you a
I was
person.
I
would
because
say you get out of your darkest self the way you normally get out of your darkest self, and that'll clear the strings.
okay.
You escape your darkest self, and you're put in your rightful place by someone more powerful than you.
Yeah, I was thinking too, probably the which one is it? because call people on their shit can also make somebody else lose a string on you.
Oh, that
so I
would
was
do
thinking if call people on your shit is also used to take a string away, that probably also snaps you. But
yeah, I
That's
think
all.
that makes a lot
I
of
wanted
sense.
it to be call someone on the ship because there's an option of like making you freeze.
Mm.
That's what I wanted.
you
now
gotta do it.
Yeah.
Now is a great opportunity to start doing that.
Okay.
Now that we've sort of gone full round robin.
yeah, and Donovan did look up once Kori was chiming in too, so it was looking between the both.
I think Crina will like repeat that to Donovan and be like, you don't actually want to kill him. You're just not in control right now. But you need to stop killing people. You don't want to do this. Stop it.
Can I co-assist this?
Yes, you may
Yeah.
co-assist.
Assist.
Yeah, so I think Kori like drops Karina's hand and walks over to Donovan, and is just like, "I get it, but you're the one who taught me we're not the monsters our makers put us out to be. We can be better than that. You're not a killer, Donovan." And he's gonna like sort of like try and like push himself between a little so he can like hug Donovan
Okay.
and like move him off. We're not the killers they want us to be. You're
Okay.
my friend.
So let's
you know?
have
Yeah, etc.
Crina roll and get an additional +1 for Kori reasoning and hugging.
Yeah,
It's a hug bonus.
hug bonus.
Hug bonus. We're really going off book.
Oh.
Hug bonus.
Okay, it's a 10.
Nice.
Because that +1 negates my like
Yeah.
-1. Whew.
Okay, so
Thank you, Dice.
when you get a 10 on call people on their shit,
What do freeze?
choose one. They lose a string against someone else, or they freeze up, break down, or bail. Which one would
Freeze
you
up.
like to pick?
Freeze up.
Well, they get to choose.
They get
out
to
of
choose
those.
that one.
but-
Like they choose freeze up, break down, or bail.
Okay, so that's what I'm choosing then.
All right, what do you want to do, good friend Vampiro? Do you want to freeze up, break down, or bail?
I think since Donovan will stay dark as self then this way, Donovan like is shaking and like there's a brief flash of green in the eyes and pulls his mouth away and just starts like shaking and crying like he's struggling to control himself.
Okay.
So effectively breakdown / choke out.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes, Crina.
I think I would like to like yell something at Donovan at this point, if that's all right.
Yeah, keep yelling. What's up?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna say, Donovan, get your shit together. I've got bigger issues right now. And I'm gonna grab Kori's hand and like run away.
Okay.
Like run.
I'm
back
really
to
proud of you,
Bridget.
Donovan. We're not monsters. Just because shitbags like this raids us doesn't make us monsters.
Kori, do you have make others feel beautiful?
I don't. I wish. I was like looking at this and I was like, I need to
Aw.
share your pain or make others feel beautiful. I
That's
really
too
needed
bad.
to.
I
That's
was
Wolfe's
trying
line.
to put Donovan in his place with that. Was
No.
my goal.
Yeah.
Be like, there's bigger things.
No,
you
that's
know, like,
Kori's
can't have
condition.
you losing control.
You're put in your rightful place by someone more powerful than you. She did call me on my shit.
I think I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm not gonna make a ruling.
Yeah, and Crina's always been one of the people Donovan really respects and looks up to.
Yep.
Especially like from the very beginning. So I think that's completely fair.
Okay. You are out of darkest self. Congratulatory relations.
So-
Shortest.
I'd like it to
darkest
be
of-
like, yeah, I think it's a little gradual. Like Donovan's eyes are slowly fading and he's just like shaking, half crying, like
Yeah.
trying to control himself.
You got a little blood mustache, you know.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
you do.
I
I
guess
have a question.
effectively then Aitor gets to live and I take a forward.
Okay.
Is he like unconscious now?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Why, you gonna
Didn't
bite
kill
him?
your-
Grab, as we
Oh,
run,
not
I'm gonna
me.
grab whatever Fae I find first and be like, don't let that human man die. Don't let him die. It's
Oh.
your responsibility now. And then I'm gonna keep running.
Okay. All right. I have a doctorate in da 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 da, but okay.
I don't care. Make sure he doesn't die.
Fade doctorate.
And Kori's just running with Crina. They're clasped hands very tightly. And
What
I think
about you,
bring-
Wolfe? I see you thinking. What's going on?
I think Wolfe is gonna walk over to them, to Donovan, who I assume is still kind of like kneeling down,
Yeah, I don't think he's even kneeling. Like he's just like shaking, eyes like fluctuating, tears coming down because he's trying to come out of it based upon everything yelled at him by people he cares about.
Or he wasn't yelling.
Right. So I think Wolfe is gonna offer her hand to him to like go.
Okay.
Does Donovan take it, or is he too like having a hard time?
It's Wolfe, so Donovan takes it.
Okay. I think, assuming that Donovan lets him, Wolfe is gonna start leading them like away.
Mm-hmm.
And as he walks away,
Uh-oh.
he's just gonna say, "I can't believe you didn't do it."
Wow. Darkest Wolf. I like it. I'm digging it.
Yeah, he says that, and then he says, "That man deserves to die."
Hey, let's jump to the Ren Fair real quick. So the Ren Fair is happening, and the fight's over. Like people are running away. You look totally cool.
Yeah.
And that's when Sergey shows up, and he's just like, "Bridget, you have to come with me. Crina says she needs you right now."
Oh, okay. What for?
I don't know. She was very quick and passionate.
Because Bridget has been in a total badass moment, she's gonna do the thing where like she kicks her sword up with her foot and catches it off the ground and be like, "Let's go."
Yeah. And he'll drag you down a Fey Road.
Yeah.
It's cool. And now we're all in the backyard again, except different parts of the backyard.
Yep. I'm gonna run over to Crina when I get in.
Great. Yeah, Crina is heading back towards Jack, and she's got Kori, and talk to each other. Be great.
Yeah, I think we're running over to Jack, and I'm standing right next to him, and I grab Bridget's hand when she gets up there. Say, I mean, it's not working. We need to vent it off, and we can't do that because the Fae can't do that. We only hold on to power, and you guys need to work together. And I'm like gonna grab him and like make them hold hands, and like hold on to their hands so that they like can't not hold hands.
Okay.
And I'm like really frantic to tell you like we can't do it. I need you. I need both of you. I really need you to do this for me.
What do you need me to do?
Just vent off the power. And then I'm gonna reach over and just grab Jack while holding with my other hand while holding both of their hands.
What were you gonna say, Natalie?
Bridget is kind of like bewildered, and she's like, I can't do that, Crina. I'm not special anymore.
Hey, Bridget.
What?
You're always special. It's not what you gave up is special in and of itself. Like you were strong enough.
Yeah, uplifting,
deny that.
Nice quotes, whatever. But like, I don't have powers anymore.
So I think Bridget, as you say that, Crina is already like reaching out and grabbing onto Jack, and the before you even like realize what's happening, you're in like this vacuum of light, and you're in the center of it. And despite the words that you were saying, you can start to feel the energy flow through you.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity,
you can slowly realize, like, oh shit, or whatever. You know?
Yeah, Crina was counting on it making sense once you saw what was happening.
Okay. Yeah.
Does just Bridget feel this, or is it both of them?
Oh no, Kori, you feel it too. It's you're back and you're connected, and you've got that same sense of that power flow that you did before.
Hey, Bridget, got an idea.
What?
And he's gonna like take their hands and pull them to a direction, and he's gonna pull his sword off his back, and he's like, "You got yours?"
Yeah.
And he wants to like clasp their hands over their like joined, like he wants to like line the hilts up. Granted, it doesn't entirely work. It's a little short, so it's like this.
Yeah.
Because Bridget's sword is so huge. And he's like, "This ruins my beautiful moment," but okay. And he like clasps their hands over it, and he's like, "Just push in deep." And he wants to like dig their swords into the earth together and like clasp their hands over it and see if they can.
Lightning rod. It's like
Yep, lightning rod. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, I'm down with this.
Yeah.
Hey, Bridget, you're my friend. Like just like right before it digs, and he's like, "Just so you know, we're still friends."
Would both of you, would Bridget and Kori both roll dark for me?
Cool.
You know what? And Crina. Everybody that's involved has to roll
Wicked dark.
Wicked dark, kid. It's going to be sweet.
Okay, thank you, Dice, for playing a little nicer. Old Dice got thrown across the room.
Dice.
All right, it sounds like we may have some various results. Bridget, what did you get?
A 2.
Okay, that's a thing. What about you, Kori?
I have a 9. I think. Trying to think if I can do anything to make this better.
What about Crina?
The dice gave me a 6 with my like +2, and I'm not sure.
Okay.
What I have that I could like maybe add. Your gang? They're not really here helping.
They're a little distracted.
I mean, I am like Sophie though.
Am I?
And you're in charge.
You're in charge. You can only use one condition at a time. But am I put in my place by being here?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I am in my place doing things.
That's
hate it.
I am in a place doing things.
No, it's the place that he needs to be. He's been put in the place he needs to be.
I'm not allowing that one.
He's been put in the place he needs to be.
No.
The diplomacy of Monsterhearts.
Okay.
But Crina, there was some conditions thrown out, so I think you can get +1 from one of those conditions.
Yeah, so that'll make it a 7.
Okay, cool. So we got a 7, we got a 9, and we got a 2.
I also leveled up, so we did it.
Yay! I told you it would happen.
Made Brian not a liar.
Not a liar-ish. For now.
7, 9, and 2.
Ouch.
It's an average of 6.
Shh.
Donna!
This is no time for math.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Unless I don't know if you wanted to raise it, like I could maybe make it an 8 with hot take if you could let me use hot take.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Yeah. Once you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Okay.
I don't know. I could spin a string on Kori and Bridget to make them really good at this.
You can't get me past a 2.
Can you give me a usable condition to a 10?
I got an idea.
Okay, Brian.
Brian's like, trust me, I got this.
I trust you.
You ready for this idea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we should go to break.
That is a really classic.
That's a great
MC
I was
idea.
thinking the same thing.
And when we go to break, I have something that I'm going to talk to a couple of the players about, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what happens. Okay?
The chat is unhappy.
The chat is.
Well, the chat can.
Listen, chat.
Be patient.
I really
like
wish I was
by
quick
now.
enough on the button that when you said we're gonna go to break, I had hit it.
When we come back, we can figure out what all the other NPCs are doing.
Yeah.
We can play them out.
Where's Kale?
Wait, where's
Milo? We haven't heard from Milo in like a
How's
year.
Xavier doing?
I don't think.
What about Ian, that guy at Gehenna Gaming?
I don't think we went to break.
We didn't go to break. No.
We didn't go to
No,
break.
we're still talking shit.
No,
we're just joking
We're
now.
just
Oh my
riffing,
God.
Brian. We're riffing.
We're torturing the audience is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's hit the break button.
Okay.
Go to
Hitting the
We'll be
break
back.
button.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Monsterhearts Mondays. Yeah!
Monday.
That was kind of a weird one. It's all right.
Yeah.
They can't all be that really great one I did last time, and we had all the technical difficulties. You like? Oh, thanks.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was a little bit like 50s radio, but also it was just a little bit The Mask being a weirdo. I don't know. Hey, guess what? When we last left our heroes, we left on a very dramatic ending. And we're going right back. So the swords come together. Kori and Bridget, surrounded by the energy, touching Crina, touching Jack, all connected. The swords go down. The energy starts to disperse. And outside of this, the camera cuts back outside of the energy tower, as it were. And you can see that center area where all of those 4 people are is just sort of like pulsing and radiating. And every time it pulses, it goes a little bit further out and a little bit further out. And Donovan turns to Wolfe and says,
if you really love me, you would never have said that.
Are you gonna? I know we
Let
talked
someone
about
down.
I know you were gonna
call
do
people
a
on their
roll.
shit.
I think call people on their shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Donovan look sad and/or disappointed?
Oh yeah, was already crying and shaking, so now just even more so. Oh wow, the dice are upset with you, Wolfe.
As they should be.
That is a 13. So I choose one from below.
Mm-hmm.
I will choose choke up, break down, or bail.
Perfect. So I think that
Donovan probably is pulling his hand away.
Wolfe just looks completely aghast. He just his eyes kind of go wide and he's got this look of horror on his face. Because he sees how upset Donovan is, and because it's Donovan, it just stings that much more when he says it. And you see he starts to tear up in his eyes, and he says, oh my God, Donovan, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I was so angry, and I'm sorry. And he just walks off.
Yeah, and I think Donovan's pulling away anyway as everything else blows up.
So, yes.
I will real quick say, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Real quick say that I think that line, because the mortals escape mechanism from their darkest self is seeing the pain that you're causing your lover.
Aww.
I think that is probably enough pain. So I think
fair.
He is out of his darkest self and realizing all of the shitty, how awful it was.
Absolutely.
And now he's going to go cry or something.
As the last pulse of energy washes over Donovan and Wolfe, it sort of implodes back in, and the energy shoots up into the night sky. And we get some very creative camera cuts. We cut away and we can see the family and not the family, the Klein family and the gang doing some final picking up of the Ren Fair, and they look up and they see this burst of light. You see, Marissa and Bex making out on the hood of a car like a bunch of weirdos looking up and like, oh, what the fuck is that? You see Kale leaning out the window of the Dairy Royale, being what's going on in the night sky? And the light just goes all the way up and becomes disconnected from the planet and forms a new star in the sky over Gehenna Valley. And the camera comes back down to earth, and we see everyone that was in the backyard got blown back and sort of off their feet. And everyone, one by one, starts getting back up and checking in on each other, except for Kori, because of the fails in the mix of the moderate successes. Everyone in that center cluster took a harm, which put Kori at 4 out of 4. Anyone may react.
I think Crina sees that Kori's not moving, is not getting up, and she's gonna run over to him. Kori, and like start getting like increasingly like really agitated and like shaking his shoulders, and like I think he's trying to wake him up, and then eventually she just like starts crying and is like holding Kori's head in her lap and just crying.
I think Bridget kind of like pulls herself over limping because she's at 3 out of 4 harm. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go get the first aid kit out of the house.
Hey, just keeps crying.
I think Donovan will fly over, just like is flying up from the ground as part of their getting up, and is like flies over to Kori and just says, Kori, you have to wake up. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. And I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can tell me no.
I might.
But I could call on the blood to use transference, which would make Kori heal 1, and then I would take 3.
That sounds pretty dramatic. I like drama.
You have harm already? Are you gonna die?
I actually have none.
Oh.
Which is why I didn't heal anything from your father. So my thought is that Donovan just immediately like cuts at his hand, and he's been a fan of all the magic, especially from the Fae and the witchcraft, and quickly tries to draw a couple of the runes that he knows is on that blood scroll that is bound to the Castile family that Donovan still has, and just quickly draws it on Kori's forehead and reads them aloud, and his eyes will kind of glow as he's like holding and pressing his hands to Kori.
Is there a role involved with this, or?
I don't think so.
Dark power gain of blood and transference, I think, just happens.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Look, I got it.
Jack will walk over, and you do that, and Jack is watching you do your work, and he's silent. He's just watching you work, and he puts a hand on Crina's shoulder, and he says, the body is healing, but there's something missing. He needs a connection to find his way back. His soul has already left the body.
I think immediately Crina will just start telling Kori that she left him and to please come back, and she's so sorry that this happened. Tried to protect him, but she failed. I think she's just like apologizing a lot, like leaning over, and I think she kisses him.
Aww.
I think, Kori, does anything happen when she kisses you?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of glowing. I think there's like a shine similar to that light that maybe that extra energy that Crina had harvested from these Fae line sort of transfers a little. and like the runes that were like there but were so deep and dark and red start to shine a more vibrant color as like magic sinks in to these options that were happening here and give life, because the ritual was prepped, but it needed further magic. And I think Kori starts coughing into the kiss.
It's like bolt backwards.
So sweet.
Romantic.
Kori?
That works well too,
Kori?
considering transference normally needs you to talk to them about it. So talking about them and the kiss is nice.
We got this.
Yeah. Oh,
Kori?
hey, and Kori like sits up. Oh fuck, my head hurts. Crina?
Just stay down, stay down. It's okay. Just stay here.
No, okay. We did it.
And I'll like look at Jack and be like, did it work?
And Jack will sort of look around and he says, yeah, the Fey lines look level. The energy is normal. You did it.
I did it. And we'll lean down and just start like really passionately kissing Kori.
I think Kori kisses her back for a moment, but he's also in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
I think he sort of breaks the kiss and sort of just like is panting and leans, but like is just like fully leaned, like got like injuries and stuff. Like on the ground, he's just like, fuck mole hair. I get involved.
I'm glad you were here. Really glad you were here.
Me too. And I think he like looks around and he looks confused for a moment. And he's like, we're missing Wolfe. Where's Wolfe? Because he sees Donovan, and I think he like reaches out and like takes Donovan's hand, like squeezes it, and like puts a hand out to tap Bridget's knee, and
Bridget ran in to get a first aid kit.
Oh, Bridget left.
She came back.
Yeah,
she came back. She came back. Just in time.
Yeah, just in time, and he sees Bridget. He's like, "Where's Wolfe? Where's Scooby Gang Shy?"
He ran away.
Wolfe?
I think he did run from the backyard, but I think now he is sitting by his car. Like the car is like pulled up along like the yard or whatever. He's like sitting against the wheel, just waiting.
Can I do something? Because I have an idea. To use my level up here. And I just want to close my eyes and like focus really hard on Wolfe and be like, Wolfe, can you come back here, please? Because I took streaming again.
So I think that I assume I hear that very like kind of quiet Bridget voice or Wolfe hears it in his head. And he looks very confused and very alarmed because the last time this happened, it was not good. Though I guess I don't know if Bridget ever actually communicated with him in his head.
I don't think
I think I did once to scare you.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
It was a different time.
Yeah, so I think that he's a little scared, and it is probably more driven by that fear other than Bridget's actually asking when he like gets up and like runs back to the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And he
is.
As he like approaches, you can see he looks a little panicked. But you can see that he's been crying too.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 of us are just all fucked up.
Yeah.
And how does the transferred wounds look? Or is it all like internal?
So like go ahead. I was just gonna say, I think you and Kori have, because it takes away 1 harm from him, so he's still harmed. So like I think you, like if you look at the Kori image, you have like matching cuts and gashes. So like across your cheek, over your eye, on your, the other side of your cheek, on your arms, there's maybe like a big like starburst chest wound, maybe.
It transfers the harm to Donovan.
Yeah, you're fully healed.
All of it? Is he fully healed?
3.
Oh, yeah. I thought I just removed 1. Oh, cool.
I mean, you could still be all scratched up.
Yeah.
Superficially.
I like the idea of us having like matching superficial wounds and like these like weird, like on the chest, like the shirts are all like ripped apart and there's like this like starburst pattern of like where energy just like
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Donovan's just kind of like sitting there, like.
I want to say you want a nipple.
I don't think the energy did anything to our nipples.
Yeah, it was good. Now we're gonna stop.
So Wolfe approaches them.
Yeah, Wolfe approaches
and looks at all of them injured and is like, "What happened?"
I think Kori just smiles and is like, "We got the job done." And hey, even Stevens, I punched your dad, you punched mine.
And he like looks right at Bridget, and there's like this very like concerned expression on his face.
Bridget smiles and is like, "What? I got some power back, but it's mine now."
And he like slowly looks towards Crina and Kori and Donovan like, "Is this okay?"
She's good.
I don't know what you're talking about, so.
Kori just like, she's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Crina's not really paying attention to anybody else. She's like very fixated on Kori in her lap.
And Kori's just sort of holding against her, like pat, 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 pat. It's okay.
Okay. And he like raises a hand to like quickly wipe at his eyes, but it's like it's a futile effort at this point. Everyone knows. And he goes to sit next to Donovan or crouch or stand. I don't know the position, but he's gonna go try to be next to Donovan. However,
it's like Kori's laying down, and then on one side there's like Donovan who's all injured, and then on the other side is Crina who's like slightly under him, head lap. Bridget's probably like in the front part over here, and then you can sit down right here.
Okay.
Yeah, Donovan's probably seated / kneeling or something.
Okay.
He's super hurt.
To get down there.
And he's gonna very gingerly wrap his arms around Donovan.
Donovan leans away.
No.
And you just see Wolfe kind of nod, and he looks down in a way and says, "You're right, I deserve that."
Hey, we saved the town.
We did.
Thank you, Kori, Bridget, Crina. You did, and Jack. I'm sorry.
After you guys left the Ren Fair, Caleb jumped me, and a bunch of his friends are vampires now.
Really?
What?
I saved him. What the fuck?
Sebastian turned a bunch of them. So I was right?
Yeah, no, Bridget, you win.
Yeah, I talked to Vincenzo. Sebastian was acting on his own.
Donovan will start to like float to stand up.
Hey, you. No, you're hurt. Stop doing that.
I assume they're handled.
Yeah, we took care of it. They were threatening Nathan, but we took care of it.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Hey, Kori's gonna laugh. Hey, Donovan, want breakfast? And he's gonna hold his arm out.
No,
it's like laughing.
Smack him.
I'm fine. Look, I'm fine. He's injured. He's injured. I'm fine.
It's fine. I'll heal. We should check on everybody else and even maybe your dad.
Yeah, let's just see if we can get him home.
Yeah. So you go to take a look for your dad, and Sandra and Ruth have him and the two thugs tied to a tree.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's beat up, but he's essentially exhausted and hurt, but he's okay.
He's not dead. That was the part
that
mattered.
Dead.
He's not dead.
Right. And there's that one Fae standing there going, "I did it. He's not dead.
Not dead.
Princess, not dead."
Not dead.
Thank you. I'll make sure we send you something. Thank you.
Thank you all for stopping me, by the way.
Make sure you talk to Alistair and get your information.
Hey. I think Donovan says that, and Kori will put an arm as they're walking over around Donovan's shoulder very tenderly and be like, "Hey, thanks for talking to me in homeroom."
Oh, yeah.
You got me, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that?
Crina will look around Kori to Donovan and be like, the Fae's got some really good doctors.
Yeah. Can you?
I'll heal up in time. I don't want to bother. We should make sure everything's okay.
Can you do the this thing where you look him in the eye and you make him tell us stuff to see what he was doing? Can we double check that? Make sure that's dealt with.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad. Don't kill him. I knew that.
You hurt him a little bit. It's okay.
No, it enough.
Is Aitor awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not by much.
All right. So yeah, Donovan will maneuver to get his eye contact,
and
eyes will go wide, and he will say, "Tell us what your goal was here."
He says, "I was going to interrupt the power. I know just enough magic. I was hoping to feed off of it and become the vessel myself."
Oh, Dad. And Kori just sort of sighs and is just like, we're going to send you home and you're going to stop this. And you can start by I don't know, apologizing.
I could tell him to walk there.
No, Donovan.
Maybe your ancestral home back in Europe?
No, we're not going to send him back to Greece or Spain. I'm not sure which. Anyway.
I think Alistair steps forward and kind of half raises his hand. And he's just like, well, he did technically commit crimes against the Fae realm. He probably should be held for trial.
I think it's a real wicked grin on her face, and she'll turn to Kori and be like, "What you think?"
I don't want, and Kori looks at you and he's like, I don't want him to get hurt. I've suffered enough for everyone in our family.
Jack.
We don't hurt him. We don't rough people up in jail.
Yeah, Jack will say, well, I'm the judge. I can, for all that you've done here today, Kori, I can promise you that the punishment will not be physical.
And he'll have a place where he can make amends to my siblings?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I don't need anything, but I want them to be okay. I've got a family, and I think he looks around him. They might still need theirs.
I think Jack
Sir.
walks over and kind of looks Alistair in the eyes for a second, and he goes, we'll have to wait and see what the trial says, but I have a feeling making amends for all your past mistakes would be a very fitting punishment.
You mean he looks Aitor in the eye?
Yeah.
Alistair? Okay.
Not Alistair.
Alistair!
That's very different. Alistair's just like, what a shit, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean down I feel like Jack is doing this in a normal person way. I think Crina just literally just leans over to the side, and so she's looking underneath Jack to look at Aitor and be like, he's the king of the Fae. Also, he's my brother, which makes me a princess. So maybe you shouldn't have been so quick to judge.
I think Kori smiles a little and he's looks at Jack and he's sort of straightens himself out a little because he's trying really hard to be proper here, and he's King Jack, I think I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, he nods, and and Jack goes, "You're welcome." He goes, "We should figure out if we can make all of you, I don't know, give you a ribbon or some kind of title." And he looks at some random face. He's like, "Get on that. What do we do with mortals when
especially
they
Bridget and Kori?"
Jack, I've got an idea. Do you have a mortal identity above the age of 18?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a fake ID in the mortal realm?
No. That's no, Kori. That's kind of incestuous. I don't know.
He's not. He wouldn't. It's just a foster parent thing.
we can get someone else to do it. Someone
about Sergey.
Okay, I mean there are worse options. Yeah, we could get Sergey.
Jack is so confused now, and he goes. I'm pretty injured too. I'm gonna go see one of our healers. I think everyone should do that at some point.
Viridia's did promise me wings someday, and
I'm sorry, my dad promised you what?
He didn't promise. He said it was a thing we could maybe do.
But I did just save everything.
Wings are pretty cool though.
Yeah, you did, Bridget. We did.
I'll look into that.
Okay.
He walks away.
And Crina will just be like, "Yeah, like Sergey. Yeah, we can do that. We'll figure that out. I'll make that could work. Yeah. Good idea, Kori.
Or someone else.
I think Crina just like.
I want to stay in town.
Leans on Kori and just like.
Yeah.
Holds him really tight because I think all of a sudden she's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
like it's all catching up, and she's like,
So Kori's fine, so I think he lifts Crina up and just picks her up, and is just like, "Yeah, you," and he looks at Donovan and he looks at Bridget. "You, med tent. Come on, let's go."
Wolfe, you should call your mother.
Wolfe was noticeably quiet. He did not say anything through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he will look at Donovan, and he still just looks like completely defeated, and he nods, and he will reach out again, this time just for one of Donovan's hands.
Doesn't pull away, but doesn't reach for it himself.
Okay, yeah, and he's just kind of holding it like very gingerly and like loosely, and he doesn't even look Donovan in the eyes when he says like, "I'm so sorry, Donovan. I didn't mean it at all, and I really do love you, but you deserve better." And he doesn't even like wait for a response before he like drops Donovan's hands.
But stays there?
Yeah.
Wolfe, no, I mean, I do love you. It's just, maybe Kori's right. Maybe I make people not right. I don't know. It's maybe. We should make sure everyone's okay, and you should call your mom, and I should go talk to the Fae healers. We can talk about it later. Call your mom.
Okay. Yeah, you should get healed.
Yeah. I think Donovan will just like look to Bridget and Kori and Crina and Jack, not even glance at Aitor, and just start heading for wherever the Fae people are collecting individuals. I meant Fae healers are collecting individuals.
The Fae people.
They just
Fae people.
Folks.
I mean, we do collect people, but
not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, Donovan does the whole like depressed walk away, like slow and slumbering and head low.
Mm-hmm. Sad Hulk music.
I think that Wolfe will he's gonna walk away from the group, like back towards the front of the house or something, and call his mom.
I don't think we have to play that conversation out. You check in on your mom. Yeah. She tells you like how like Donovan can fly, and she saw like crazy fireworks while eating shawarma.
Cool.
You know,
and
make
Wolfe
sure
sounds
you're
very
okay.
sad, but he says that he's okay and everything's fine. He does not sound fine, but he says that everything is fine.
So, okay, well, I'll get a lift back to the house then, and I'll see you.
Wolfe will offer to pick her up. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
She'll get you a shawarma while she's waiting.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's good.
Good mom.
Good mom. Good moms get you shawarma.
I'm the shawarma sultan.
Yeah. Bridget's going to text her moms too.
That's a good idea.
And let them know, like, we saved the house from exploding.
No rabbits were harmed in the
I got
making.
some powers back.
But they're
mine.
And you definitely get okay, we'll talk about that. But we're super happy the house is there and we'll start heading home.
Okay.
Yep.
Are the vampire spawn taken care of?
They ran off into the night, I thought.
The vampires ran off.
I missed that. A lot's happened.
Yeah.
I think Crina will text her mom something very similar. It's like, everything's cool. It's all taken care of. We're good. I heard a lot. I'm getting help.
I imagine Kori texts his siblings and is like, hey, town's safe. Dad's going to Fae prison.
They're like, okay, we're already at a hotel, so we'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy hotel. Take a bubble bath. Eat some chocolate, whatever.
Like, no.
I died, but I'm okay.
Not that, what? That's, okay, we'll talk about that. Okay. So here's the fun thing. You ready for the fun thing? Out of character. It's a very dramatic ending. Okay. Now, talking to my cast here for a second, we all know that we have something really fun coming up. Technically, we could have one more episode that would just be like a lot of like really normal stuff. We still have some time tonight. We could do some of that stuff tonight. We might not need that other episode. We could still keep the schedule that we had talked about. I just want to check in with you and see what kind of stuff would you want to resolve. Do people feel like they have a lot of stuff to resolve? Raise your hand if you feel like you have stuff to resolve. Some stuff. Yeah, okay, some stuff. Let's do some of it. Let's check in. Donovan, do you feel like you have like tonight stuff to resolve, like in this moment? Or do you feel like it's later on stuff?
Yeah, I think it's later. I don't think Donovan's really ready to process with Wolfe.
Okay, that's cool. What about Kori? Do you feel like it's tonight stuff or later on stuff?
Both. I think he's got a couple of things to deal with.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not rushing anybody here.
Yeah.
Ashley, what do you think? Tonight stuff, later on stuff?
No, it's just the stuff with Donovan. So
yeah,
that can be later on stuff.
And what about Crina? Is that tonight stuff or later on stuff?
I think you have two goals, and one of them is definitely a later on, and one of them could go either way.
Okay, so let's start with Kori. Kori, you said you've got something that's like a tonight thing. What's that?
I think Kori wants to have a talk with Mulhair.
Okay. Yeah, it's late, but you want to call him? Or what do you want to do? Do you want to?
I think he wants to show up, like still like slightly injured with blood runes on his body,
okay.
like.
So later that night, you head back. You don't head back. You head to Mulhair's place. You know where he lives because you're a creep. No, you're not a creep. You just know him.
We've studied.
And you knock on his door, and he opens the door and he goes, "Oh, Kori, what's going on?"
I'm still gonna work at the library, but I think I need a new tutor. Town would have died without me. I died, but I came back. I need to be able to trust that the person who's working with me knows that it's time to act.
Okay, that's a lot. Do you want to come in and talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, come in. Just have you sit down. You sit up, on the couch, and so you died.
Yeah.
My first instinct is, are you sure you needed to die?
Yeah, well, kind of. I was really hurt, and like that whole energy thing. Me and Bridget were conduits for it, so it could go into the sky and not blow up the town.
Okay, but the Fae could not have done that. You're 100% sure.
Yeah, the town was going to explode. It was too much for them to handle. They could only take magic in, can't let it out. But formal vessels of gods can do that.
Okay.
So me and Bridget.
Okay, that does sound like a thing. That could be a thing. How did you find out that you needed to be a conduit?
Crina told me.
Okay, so the Fae told you.
Yeah. Well, my dad was trying to kill me. Maybe. Question.
Your dad showed up.
Yeah.
Okay,
he
that's
came
messed
in,
up.
Wanted to harness stuff, tried to choke me. A lot happened. Had to talk Donovan down from killing him and sucking him off.
Kori, I got to tell you, I can't fault you for wanting to experience other teachers, but it sounds like I was right.
The town would have blown up if I didn't help.
Well, no, the town would have blown up if the Fae didn't reach out to you specifically when they needed you to help.
He like frowns, like he came here like puffed up, all chest, ready to be like, you were wrong. And like now some logic is seeping in. And he's like, okay.
He goes, I don't want to tell you not to act when there's something to do. This to me seemed very much like a Fae thing. It still sort of sounds like it was mainly a Fae thing. I'm so glad that you were able to help when they told you that they needed you to help. That's awesome. I'm very proud of you. I don't want to make this sound like a one-sided conversation at all. That's amazing. And we can find more teachers for you. If you know someone you want to work under, that's great. Or I can try to reach out to other people.
I just want to be doing stuff.
There's time to act and there's time to wait. I think you get that, though.
Maybe.
I'll take maybe.
Sorry about coming here all like insulting and you didn't know what you were doing kind of a thing at first.
Did the world almost end tonight?
Yeah.
I don't want your sorries. You're allowed to have any sort of weird mental thing that you need. You want a cup of tea?
Yeah, we might also need to call my guidance counselor because I think I'm out past curfew.
Oh, yeah, I'll totally do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can fade out that scene if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that's
Stephanie, what do you think? Do you think you still want to do a thing tonight, or do you think you want to wait?
Well, the thing that could maybe have happened tonight or could happen later was Crina talking to Kori about how he died and it was her fault.
Yeah. So why don't we have that happen a little later? So let's think.
I imagine maybe Kori was like, I need some time at Mulhair, just me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then maybe you can come pick me up, but instead she comes and he's like still sitting in the house and she can come in. Or he can go out to her.
Yeah. Well, we still have 4 out of our 5 people who still feel like there's later stuff to do.
Yeah.
And we might think of stuff during break. It's a little early to end, but I think if we end now, we can have a full episode next time.
Yeah, well, let's end now.
And we can, start the next day and slowly go through our resolutions, knowing that there's stuff that we still want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Sorry, that's to the cat. Cat
Tony.
is freaking out.
Tony's freaking out. It's like the last episode. He's like, what are you doing? My stardom.
It feels very Monsterhearts. That's like the supernatural has been handled now. All the mundane, emotional stuff is still there.
He's acting normal now. I'm sorry.
I see.
Oh no,
What?
Stephanie.
Oh no.
Also,
Okay. Oh, you're back.
So we're ending early. Let's end early
No,
so we
it's
can
not
come back
that
next
early,
episode
so-
and have a proper final episode. We'll all think about all the little tiny things we want to do as we end season 2. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and talk about the schedule with everybody out there in Dreamland right now, all of our honey buns. How does that sound?
Yeah, no.
You like that? No one told me I couldn't, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this was the penultimate episode. We've been talking about that for a little while. Next week we're gonna do our final episode. It's gonna be probably a lot more calm than this episode. We're gonna do all of our little wrap-ups. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be sweet. We're gonna take a break week. We're gonna come back the week after that. I will tell you the date. That's going to be the 29th. We come back.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Q&A just like we did last season. So I'll get a form together at some point for next week, and I'll release it next week. And y'all can ask us all sorts of questions you want. And then the week after the Q&A, which is the 5th of April, we are going to do our very final episode with this cast. We're going to have a special. And we have got more news for you about what happens to Monsterhearts Monday after that. But now at least you know what's going to happen the next few weeks. Okay, everybody? We love being here every Monday night for you. We've had so much fun doing this. And we're going to go out with a bang. A bang.
Yeah, big bang.
Thank you for being here tonight. Let's talk about what else is going on in our lives. Who has something to talk about that's not KHIW? I know abbreviations.
Puzzle through what that was.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Let's start.
Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a big one. I want to save that one for the end. That involves a lot of us. Yeah. Let's start with Kay. What's up, Kay?
So speaking of Carry and Comfort Studios,
yep.
On Saturday the 13th, I will be starring in not a one but a double tap of a Delta Green game that will happen the 13th and the following week on the 20th. Watch as your very own favorite Big Dad, the one in chat that won't adopt Kori because he's mean, brings myself and several other favorites of yours that you will eventually see, secrets, through some alarming mystic adventures.
Nice. I like that. What about Stephanie? You had your hand up. What's going on in your life?
So we got two things happening.
Oh.
We have the return of Adventures Unknown will be happening this month on the, check my calendar again because I can't remember dates, the 26th and 27th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. We will be over on Off the Table. So if you watch Natalie's show Glitter Hearts, it aired on Off the Table. We're returning back to them. And this month's theme is speed dating.
Ooh.
Casts are not yet locked, so nor are games. So you guys can definitely reach out to us if you are interested in being on the show, or if you want to recommend someone else to be on the show. If you have games that you think would fit this theme really well, please reach out to us. We definitely want to hear from you. And then, as we're wrapping up Gehenna Valley, we will be starting a new show over on Carry and Comfort as well. Yes, we'll be doing Comfort County High is a new Thursday night Monsterhearts with Natalie will be GMing that, and I will be playing in it along with assorted others, and that will start on Thursday, April 1st. So no pranks, only promises.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I was gonna announce. So I don't have.
Well, you got that other thing that you're announcing too. So.
I do.
Uh-oh.
War?
Oh yeah. Well, Brian's gonna announce that.
Well, I'm gonna make Ashley start us off. Ashley, what's going on in your life?
So you can catch me on Fridays over on Carry and Comfort Studios, where I play in Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, and also.
Yeah, this Friday, there's going to be a couple of special guests on Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War. If you missed the announcements, both myself and the lovely Natalie will be on there. Who knows why? I have
ideas, but
who are you, and is this why you dyed your hair?
No,
I
promise it's not why I dyed my hair.
Anyway.
Is that a character hint? Is it a clue?
No, this is a long time coming, my hair. But it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I'm really excited because
I'm pretty sure I'm not on Ashley's side. How about that?
No, I don't think so. I think they're both evil people that we would like to destroy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Evil is such a strong word.
Strong word. Maybe
differently
to their side.
Yeah,
maybe
different perspectives.
Maybe they can show you the light.
Oh, somebody show a cat. Somebody paid blood points
Oh,
for a cat.
okay.
I don't know where the hell
Grab Tony.
Polly
Grab
is.
Tony. Grab Tony.
Got one.
No, I can't pick him up right now.
Got
He's got
Elton.
a pillow.
We got Elton.
There he is.
Well, just
Tony.
show us the cat. You don't need to like actually pick them up. So that's good. You got 2 cats for the price of 1 there, Astral Operations.
You saw
Congrats.
all the junk on my desk too. Cool. I think we're good. I think it feels weird ending early, but it's good. It's right.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, it's not that early.
Yeah.
It's not that early.
And,
We haven't
and
ended
Bridget
at 10
can
in
think
like a
of
long
what she's
time.
gonna do next episode now.
Yeah, you need a little time. Everyone join the Discord and recommend to Bridget what she should do.
Or, you've watched 2 lovely seasons of this show. If there's any plot holes you want filled,
That's right.
feel free to
Somebody's
let us
upset
know.
about
They want to
some
know
kind of-
who nailed the rabbit into Bridget's house.
Did we
Yeah, I
ever
saw that
cover
earlier.
that?
I know
we
what it
never
is.
covered
I
it.
know what it is. You never told
Oh.
people though. I bothered you though, and I was like, "Tell me."
I feel like you might have told us, but I don't remember.
I must have not have said it on screen.
Not
though.
on screen. Not
Not
on
on
screen. I
screen.
bothered you off screen.
So someone remember that, and
Do you want me
I'll
to say
find
it?
some way to.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. I remember.
Your big
I know
cat,
what it is.
Bex, is under my
Yeah, okay.
protection. Nothing bad is happening to them unless I'm the cause.
Oh
of it.
yeah. Oh yeah. I want to kill Bex. That's-
Bex. What the
Yeah, I
heck?
want to kill Bex.
Nope.
I made a
not
friend a
happening.
promise.
Not
Bex is
happening.
named, Bex is
Jeez.
named
They are-
after their daughter, and I promised
People
to
are out for blood.
What a weird request.
It's because you threatened that bad things were going to happen to them constantly because I liked them.
and then never follow
that's fair
through.
then.
But yeah, if you have other plot holes that are more, things or other things you didn't know, etc.
bad
things you want
things
to
did
do.
happen to them. They're in a relationship with Marissa.
Oh, Marissa's lovely. Rude.
Wow.
I like Marissa. Wow. No, back off. I like
I
Marissa.
know the flaws of all my NPCs. Okay.
Marissa's HBIC. Love her.
Should we do the wave bye thing?
Oh yeah. Wait.
Yes.
Bye. Thing.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye,
We-
friends.
Bye,
we like
everybody.
you.
Everyone. But yeah.
Bye.
Next
Next
week.
See you next week.